This will be a demonstration of the oral fluid drug testing device called the T-Square. So we're going to go through the process for collecting oral fluid for the T-Square instant oral fluid testing device. That device can give us a negative result after 10 minutes. If it's non-negative or inconclusive, we'll do a second oral fluid collection with a second device to be able to send out that second device to a laboratory for confirmation testing to get a conclusive drug test result. So with all instant drug testing, a negative result is conclusive, a negative result is good to go, it's accurate for negative. But if it's not negative, it's called inconclusive, and it needs to go out to the lab for confirmation testing. When we're doing oral fluid testing, we need to collect a second oral fluid specimen to send when we need to do the confirmation testing at the lab. So let's go through the demonstration. I have Shar, my donor, with me. Welcome, Shar.
Thank you, Joe. So
Shar, we're here for your drug test, and it's going to be an oral fluid drug test, so we don't have to empty pockets or do any of that good stuff.
Sounds good.
You did wash your hands on the way in, so appreciate that. You can go ahead and pick an oral fluid device. Okay, and on our oral fluid device, I have a lot number, which I'm going to record. The lot number. And I'm also going to record the expiration date, which is 2023-12/01. So I'm using a paper form to record this. If I do have to do the second test to go to the laboratory, I'll use what we call a laboratory custody and control form. So on this paper form, Shar, you have an ID with you?
I do.
Okay, put that right there. I'm going to record your name and you have an employee ID number?
I do. It's
Okay.
44601.
Okay, and I'm going to put the company's name. I'm going to put your name, phone number for the company, and what's your phone number?
555-1234.
Okay, and what's the area code?
Area code is 321.
321, okay. There's no temperature involved here because this is not a urine test. Okay, so starting the demonstration for the actual collection, I've added gloves because it is a really best practice to wear gloves when doing oral fluid testing. Again, Shar, I've put your company name here, I've put your name, I've put your phone number, and I'm recording the lot number from the packaging, and I'm recording the expiration date. Okay. I'm going to open up the packaging. I do have 4 steps here on a procedure card. These are the 4 steps that we are going to be following. So the first step is to open up the packaging. And the second step is to get the foil pouch ready. I'm going to ask you to insert this into your mouth, and we're going to wait 5 to 7 minutes, well 3 minutes we're going to wait to see if we get an indicator on there that everything's ready. So if you can put this into your mouth, on your tongue or near your cheek to collect oral fluid for about 3 minutes until the color on the saturation indicator strip appears red in the indicator window.
Okay.
So you can go ahead with that, and you can move it around your tongue and under your tongue to get saliva on there. And again, we're going to get this ready and read the instant drug test result. If it is negative, we're good to go. If it is inconclusive, then we're going to do a second collection, which is going to go out to the laboratory for confirmation testing.
A few minutes later.
All right, Char, it looks like we have the red indicator. That means we've collected enough oral fluid. So let me get this opened up, and then I will ask you to hand it over to me.
Okay.
Actually, you could just drop it right in there. All Alrighty, and I'm just going to push it down so that we get the oral fluid coming out into the container. We'll go ahead and close it up. And it is going to take about 7 minutes to read this result. So I'm going to ask you to go have a seat in the waiting room, and after the 7 minutes, I'll go ahead and come back, have you come back, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
A few moments later.
Okay, Shar, so we've got your, welcome back.
Thank you.
And we've got your T-square oral fluid drug test. And it's a successful test. And so we'll get the results over to your employer. And on the way out, you can wash your hands.
All right.
And I'm going to give you just going to mark that this is all negative. Okay. And you can go ahead and sign and date right there.
And I'm signing
Right here?
Is that, oh, my donor signature.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was my signature, right. Okay, and I'm just going to sign and date also. Okay, and this is a completed test, so you don't have to worry about a phone call from a medical review officer or
Okay.
anything. And again, you can wash your hands on the way out.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Thank you. Okay, Shar, thanks for coming back in. We have the results of your test. Unfortunately, they're inconclusive, and all that means that we have to do another collection, and we need to send that second specimen off to the laboratory.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a laboratory chain of custody form for that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and check off that this is pre-employment. I'm gonna input my collection site information where we are here at the company itself, and the phone number, and I am going to record the lot number from this device. Okay, and I'm going to record the expiration date, which is 2024. 2/29. Okay, now we can get this ready for collection. So we have the tube that's going to go into, and we have the actual collection device. All right, so we do have instructions for you, Shar. They're always on the packaging. We're going to ask you to put this into your mouth and under your tongue and collect some oral fluid. It's going to take about 5 minutes to get through with this, so if you can go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and have the vial ready where this is going to go into.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so it looks like our 5 minutes has come and gone, so if you can go ahead and just stick that in that tube right there. Alrighty, and that breaks off right there. And I'm going to go ahead and seal this up. And then I'm going to put a tamper evidence seal on that. And that tamper evidence seal has the same ID number that's on the form, if you want to verify that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And I'm going to have you just kind of stick your initial on there at the very end. And I'm going to go ahead and date it. Okay. I'm going to put it in the bag to go out to the laboratory. And I'm going to finish my custody and control form. I'm going to have you print your name, sign your name, and put today's date. You're certifying that this is your specimen, that we're sending it out for a drug screen. And you're going to do that right there in step 5, right?
Okay.
Donor section. Okay, and I'm going to sign off as the collector with my phone number. Signature of collector. Print my name. And the specimen is going to be released to FedEx. Time of the collection. I'm going to add the time of the collection and the date of the collection. Okay. And this very top copy is going to be going out to the laboratory. It's only 5 parts to fill out the form, so it's very easy to fill out. Just follow the steps if you're doing a collection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we count funny in drug testing. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in many cases, but just follow the form. You'll be fine. We're going to put that in the plastic bag with the barcode facing out, because the lab likes to scan those in when they come into the lab. We're going to seal up on the railroad tracks. And we have your copy. If you're on any medications, you can jot them down at the back. If anything comes up, the MRO medical review officer will call you. We have the employer copy, which we'll send over to the employer. And we have the MRO copy, the medical review officer copy, which we fax to the medical review officer. And I have a copy for me to keep as the collector. And then I am going to send this off via FedEx. I have a label that comes with your supplies. You can put as many specimens in this FedEx bag as will fit. And then you would call FedEx and have them pick it up or drop it off at FedEx. We go out to the lab and they'll do the confirmation testing, and your employer will get back a final result, since the initial instant result was inconclusive.
All right, that sounds good.
You can wash your hands on your way out, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to wrap up this training on what we call the T-square, which is the oral fluid testing device, an instant oral fluid testing device. We collect oral fluid and we put it into what's called the T-square container. And it is important that you understand a little bit about interpreting the results. So you can see on my screen the image of what a negative result looks like and what an inconclusive result looks like. So next to each drug, you're going to see a C line, that's called the control line, and you should see a red line next to C. That indicates the testing is working. If you don't see a red line next to the control, the C, letter C, means that that device is invalid and you should use another device. For each drug, then, you'll see a red line when the testing is negative. In the absence of a red line, a white space when the testing is inconclusive or non-negative. So it's important to read the results carefully. If you see any red at all, even if it's a faint red line, it means it's negative. There's no other conclusions to make other than it's negative. If there's no red whatsoever, the result is inconclusive. And for the T-Cube product, you'll have to do a second collection. It's done with a second type of collection device that is designed to collect the oral fluid and put it in a container to be sent out to the lab for confirmation testing and review by a medical review officer. The phone number for questions or assistance is available here on the screen. Just call at any time if you have questions or need assistance, and representatives can assist you. Thank you for viewing this training video.